Hello everyone, today we're taking another look at Kuroro Beasts Brawl. It has been a little while since we played it, so we're going to see what has changed. Our first playthrough was in Open Alpha Season 1. We are now into Open Alpha Season 2. As part of the new season, they have different factions, 3 to choose from, and depending if your faction wins overall, with all the other people who are playing under the faction, you get additional prizes. There is Order, Chaos and Rebirth. I have gone for Order, I believe. I feel that's the one I would go for now, so hopefully that is actually the one I chose. For those who haven't seen the previous video or seen the game, it is a Beast Brawl. As it describes itself, it's one of many games that they're going to be building out in the Kuroro Beast kind of ecosystem. You have different creatures, your Kuroro Beasts. They have different move sets, and you fight them against someone else as you go through, trying to climb up the leaderboard. You can build your team, which is the ones you get to select from during the game, so that's like your pool of characters you can pick. When you enter the battle, you can only take, I think it's 5, but we'll have a look when it starts, of your 7 into the battle, but it gives you a nice pool so you can kind of count what the other person's playing with. You then have the beasts. These can be unlocked either by owning them or by them being kind of the free unlock ones. It looks like a lot more of them are unlocked at the moment. Profile, so yeah, I am Order. I've got 1 shell. I haven't got any MMR yet. And when you build the team, you can actually do things with your different characters as well. So we'll have a very quick look. So if I threw in Shadowvine, and you can decide whether they're offensive, defensive, balanced, or create new. And this gives them different kind of stats as you go through. So for each character, there's like 3 set kind of distributions of their points and their powers, as well as being able to create it yourself. So you're picking a character, you're picking its kind of stats, you're picking its moves. There's a lot of customization that can go into it. So someone could be playing with one Shadowvine and it would be completely different to my Shadowvine. So that's something to be aware of when you are trying to counter the enemy team. It is on Treasure, so on Arbitrum, and this video is part of the Treasure content creator program that they have. So I am making this in partnership with Treasure as well as Kuroro Beasts. I also had the pleasure to talk to the Kuroro Beasts founders on my weekly podcast chatting to people building in Web3, so you can always go and check that out on Spotify if you want to hear more about the kind of brains behind the game. Right, let's go in. We'll play with the team of the week. Okay, so now the battle has started. We can see our opponent's selection pool and our selection pool. We have 2 that can start in the lead and 3 in reserves. The 2 in the lead start out in the battle. I like to put some kind of thick boys out in front just while I suss out what they've actually got going on. And then I want to bring in some damage dealers. We can see their selection, and in the top right you can see the affinities of the different cards. Certain cards have bonuses or weaknesses against other affinities, so that's something to bear in mind when you have a look through. So I'll have to see how we get on against that. Okay, so we're kind of matched up. We've got the boar, and you can see we've got our options here, our moves. Roundhouse Slam, and we're going to go against the toad looking thing because you can see we get a bonus because of our affinities. And then our toad is going to also go for toad, so toad on toad violence. I prefer to go for 1 because that way it kind of gets through theirs a bit quicker. So that's an 80%, and this one toad on toad should finish them off hopefully. Yeah, so that's toad on toad, and they turn into a turkey, a cooked chicken. And you can see down the bottom there's a log which shows everything that's happening in the battle, so you can kind of follow it along. Roundhouse Slam 4 times, and you can see it's actually going to kill it mega effective against that. So we're going that bomb blast, and that on this sparky thing. Oh, they've just swapped out. Ha! And we get down in. So Flame Toad is going to go against Storm Stinger, and this is going against that like White Fox. There is something to do with who gets to go first in terms of the stats, and they've switched them out again. 49%. It's very annoying that they get to switch out before you do the damage. Bloom Burst is going against this Dark Tide. Hopefully we can survive long enough for our Toad to get its move off. And they've switched out again. Okay, so we're gonna do another battle, see how we get on. Stick with the same team. Okay, so we've got a game. They've got a slightly different team to last time. I'm trying to think what goes well against Metal. So probably just use the same team, so I like that one. Fat Toad, we like Flame Toad. I want to try Hydrake out. Storm Stinger was quite good. Let's brawl. I'll just go roundhouse slam. Go against the bar, the skeleton. Against the skeleton as well. We are not doing very well. They are very effective against us. Ooh. Probably didn't need to do Toadie on the same one, but glad to make sure we got it out. Again, we'll keep focusing on the same one. Unfortunately, Tusking dies before they finish their move. Drog still stays alive, thankfully. 71's pretty tidy. We're going to bring out Storm Stinger. And that will hopefully finish off. Oh no, the finish off Drog. Okay, and they did. That worked out nicely. Storm Stinger did us proud and survives, so that's quite good. We're going to bring out Hydrate, which is quite good because these are both fire now. So this would definitely kill their new Armanid one. I'll just finish this one off. Ah, they come around in the wrong order. Immune to earth attacks because it's flying. Nice. Just lightning bolt this thing and water, and we will completely wreck this volcano back. It doesn't do much damage against the storm. Boom. Get chickened. Yeah, we'll set it on fire. Because we're not doing much against it, so any damage over time should be quite useful. It's not putting out much damage either. So we've got that burn on it now, and then we'll just keep adding to that pain. Oh, okay. Unusually effective. So we win, we get 2 shells, and we get 2 shells for the order. Alright. So we've played a few games there for Beast Brawl. Pretty similar to how I remembered it, to be honest. It does feel a bit smoother. There's a few more elements on the UI, which does make understanding it as a kind of relatively new player a lot easier. So I like that from kind of a quality of life thing. There seems to be a lot more of the beasts open to play. Last time I could only really play a few, and that really limited kind of the teams I was going against, and I was kind of getting rolled by people who had more beasts unlocked. So I think it was quite interesting to see how that went through. In terms of the leaderboard, we've been collecting shells for us as well as for the order to see who wins the season. But thanks for watching, and remember to look for games that you enjoy. And I'll see you later. Bye now.